So I wanted to talk about this little idea of streams in marketing because I was on a walk right now and I just had this idea of how we're supposed to influence groups of people into our side of thinking. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, make sure to comment and subscribe. Jared on an Island, of course. We're also taking Discord calls in because we're doing this live. So if you are interested in talking to me one-on-one in a live stream, go ahead and make sure to follow along, right? So I wanted to talk about this idea because we have this massive problem, especially on a lot of these political spheres that we're in, where we can't seem to understand what it means to win, right? And one thing about winning that you have to come to terms with, especially anyone that follows my channel, is that we are an extreme side of things, right? We're the niche of society. We aren't mainstream. But in order to win, our idea has to become mainstream, and there's consequences to that. The number one consequence is that it's going to be watered down. Your little club that you're a part of is going to now have people that you may not generally like in the club. But you have to ask yourself, do you truly believe in the idea, or do you only want to gatekeep the aesthetic so that you can feel a part of something niche, right? And I think that a lot of our ideas have to be something we truly believe in and that we want everyone to adopt. The idea that I'm talking about is something like, let's say, the health sphere. This is a big one. If you're a part of a certain health sphere in itself, you are going to feel so included in this small community that when people start to join in and start to water down the idea, you're going to feel like it's disrespectful. But this is the part of the process of winning, because you want to see everyone overall increase in health, right? And same thing with politics. Your niche political idea, are you still going to feel the same way about it when everyone's talking about it, when everyone's making memes about it? An example of this, for those chronically online, I guess, is the idea of Ted K edits, right? Vril edits, esoteric Agarthan edits. It was super niche and cool 2019. It got its first round of popularity in 2021. Now you see it everywhere, and because everyone wants to make one when they start making edits, some of them are cringe. Some of them you can tell there isn't a lot of work put into it. There isn't a lot of the same care for the idea because they know it's already mainstream. They're trying to make it for likes, not because it's something they're extremely interested in terms of an idea of their own. We're gonna switch screens here and I'm gonna draw this out for you. So if you're on YouTube, you can see this as well. All right, cool. Hopefully that works. So basically what we have here is a whiteboard, and I'm gonna draw out the differences in what I think needs to be studied specifically. So first, we're gonna do the influence of women, just because the big thing right now is this trend of groipettes, female groipers, fans of Nick F. And this goes for everything, though. It's for emo stuff that's now popular on TikTok. It's for book talk that's become a popular thing on TikTok, specifically for women. And it basically goes like this. It's going to go like this. And this is what I think we need to do in terms of influencing communities. So the first stage, let me write right here, woman. So the first stage of any massively popular sort of movement in terms of things for women is alt chicks and mental chicks. And this isn't a diss. Everyone's mental nowadays, but this is the most extreme of the extreme. And they're the first ones to become a part of something in any sort of thing that women love. First, it is the alt and mental chicks because they feel so strongly about something that they attach themselves to an idea and the community instantly, the fastest. Yes, we need to influence women, and because they're the structure that keeps things relevant when things go mainstream. It's not an enjoyable thing to me because I like being the niche guy. I like being the contrarian, but it is true for all of society. And you're not going to get rid of women, so you have to learn to embrace and work with them in some capacity, which I will say is a lot different than what we have today. So alt and mental women are going to take this idea and they're going to run with it. And they are the ones that care so deeply about it that they push it to this first spike of popularity. And I'm going to put pop for popularity. And this is when you first see things go viral. For instance, 2020, when COVID just started, book talk, the thing that most, if not all, women love, whether or not they associate it with themselves or not, all of them are reading books like this, or at least have read one book like this. And when I say all, of course, I don't mean all, I mean most, but I'm going to say all because it's practically all. This first wave of popularity hits, and instantly everyone starts trashing on it. Instantly everyone starts hating on it. And this is where we get this downward spike of popular girls. I can't put pop twice, so I'm going to put pop G. Popular girls start to shit on what the alt and mental and the first wave of women are starting to enjoy, and they trash it. They actually go hard in trashing it, and they join in with usually what guys do, and we also trash it, because, and by we guys, mainstream guys as well, and they trash it, of course, because it's something different, it's outside the norms, it's something where, yes, it's something where they don't understand it fully. And then this right here is where guys come in. Women do not influence this part of the curve. Only guys influence this. And this is what I'm going to say aristocrats. So I'm going to put A for aristocrats. And I'm going to say mental guys like us. We influence this because we're the first ones that say, we're the first ones after making fun of it, after joining in and all this stuff, we're the first ones that say, actually, we like this. It's actually interesting. These are the people on Twitter that have to come out and say, actually, I am the one singular person that thinks that you're actually cool if you do this. You see this with the people, two other people that are included in this are people who act like men. Bad RFH, I'll just say that on Zitter, and let's see who else. Someone who's always just being contrarian to something that's obvious. NF is also someone that does this. Nick F. And everyone trashes on them instantly. But I have to admit, they are the people that everyone starts to say, wait, I can actually like this. And then it becomes mainstream instantly. So we need to subvert the TikTok trends with our good looks. That's what happens with the black pill, bro. People made that mainstream. How? That was the easiest and first one, or not the first one, but one of the easiest ones to see. The black pill had attractive people, which everyone loves, and it pulled them into this idea of what is true, but also an aesthetic meme of the whole idea of the black pill, right? So this is the most important part that we as guys can join in on. But the overall idea is that then women start noticing, oh, these guys with extreme confidence or charisma or whatever else, they decided, dude, a black pill uses attractive people to prove the point, is what I'm saying. Exactly. The female models, they use, when they show the contrast between someone who's a low PSL versus a model, it's really hard to disprove the idea of the black pill. That's my point. I'm not saying the people making it are attractive. Most of them are not. They're more just black pilled themselves because they're low PSL. But the overall point is that they use the attractive people. So popular girls then see this movement and they're like, oh, well, I need something that makes me different as well. And now see these people and they say, oh, well, they did something and I need something that makes me me. So I'm going to take their idea because these people said it's okay. And it's okay to like it now. Exactly right. Now it's okay to like it. And immediately, as soon as the first popular girl likes it, all her friends like it and everyone does it. And it goes all the way up and it becomes mainstream. And as you can tell by my voice, I have a resentfulness to it because I do like things being niche. But this is good overall for society. And this is where we want to be. So yes, the hot guys also provide social proof, but this area right here isn't just for hot guys. But guys have more of a extreme when it comes to it. So you see hot guys being okay with more extreme edginess or views and stuff like that, more than girls, for hot girls, for instance. So this is where we want to be, and this is how we get things to the mainstream. So the real main point is to make sure that if you know that an idea is in this first stage, then you need to be targeting groups that are extremely niche and trying to get people who fit this. Oh, you guys can't even read it. Oops. There we go. I'll put me in the corner like that. So you want them to be making sure that they're fitting this idea of what you describe them as alt or mental. And you want to be just targeting, having them be your target audience. A way that you do this is by basically being a Venn diagram with what you're trying to push with a community that's like this right now. An example of this is Godis. His popularity first, there's a lot of these, and right now I would say he's at this stage, probably right here. Listen, this is just, okay, marketing is like subversion, but we're trying to do it in a way where we're being honest about it. We just want people to be aware of where something is on the cycle so that they know what to do. So there's nothing wrong with any parts of these groups. We're just looking at how this naturally works, right? So something like Godis, when he originally started, it was a lot of people who weren't afraid to be the most extreme of the carnivore diet. And good for them, right? So the edits that were made of him were of his most insane takes, and it became pretty popular because these people pushed it. Then people were like, wait, what? He's saying that online? That's not okay. And of course he goes down in popularity just because of public opinion. And then there's a wave of people who say, oh, it's not okay. Well, actually it is okay. And everyone goes, because these guys are so confident in what they're pushing, everyone's like, oh, I'm gonna go with it. And then it spikes up in popularity. Right now people are still saying, oh, actually it's okay. And he's still making reaction videos, becoming a bigger meme by the day. I personally am already over it, the meme cycle of it, but I understand that I'm probably gonna see it a lot more because that's just like how normies work. So does everyone understand this cycle and how this applies to women? And like I said, this is not a bad thing. All right, cool. So now we're gonna go over men.